Hi Jay, this is my Hair the Musical response. So at first glance, I thought this was just because I actually never listened to the soundtrack or read the musical or seen the show put up in a production before this class. So at first glance, I thought it was just going to be like a hippie musical. Um, and then when I dove more into it, I don't think there's Hair touches on a lot of different topics, like racism and freedom and the right to protest and just a bunch of things. Um, yeah, I think one of the reasons why the show is called Hair, it's because hair symbolizes freedom, and because I guess for hippies, hair was their flag. It was like it was their pride and strength. Um, and if someone was to cut their hair, it was losing part of themselves, losing part of their identity. Um, and that kind of goes back with the hair standing for freedom. Uh, it also, it also, the long hair. There's a line about like wear it long like God would, and I mean, it's all about freedom and like it's saying, hey, listen, your God that you worship had long hair, so why can't we have hair? We're seen as different because we're breaking gender norms that our society has put on people. I mean, it's kind of strange, but um and so they talk about cutting your hair like when you go into the military or when you go into prison, and someone like says, no, I'm not going to cut my hair because it's a part of who I am. um, yeah. But it's also like confronting tradition in that sense too. um, yeah. I also enjoyed the song Aquarius just because I'm really into astrology myself. And so in the 60s, astrology was becoming a thing for the first time, and it kind of shifted some people's view on how the world worked and ran. Um, I don't know, it's just, and the fact that it's the opening theme of astrology being this thing that changed so many people's outlooks and perspectives on life. I think it's a smart way to open a show. Um, yeah. Uh, yeah, and it also was, well, okay, and so in the 1960s, when the play occurred, we were in the astrological age of Aquarius, and that's why it's called Aquarius, and which is a new beginning for the astrological age, and which occurred in the 1960s, and it altered the way the world worked, and um, basically everything happens for a reason about this whole new understanding of harmony and understanding and sympathy and trust abounding. Um, yeah.